You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 75 degrees, going up to a beautiful 83. But, there's a but to that. Might have some rain later on today, some thunderstorms. I don't know if I told y'all this, but this weekend I went to the Mercedes-Benz. I did kind of tell y'all part of it. I went to Mercedes-Benz downtown to the stadium to watch my nephew play football. He plays for Grayson High School. And so we left out of the stadium. It was nice. It was about, I think we left out around about 11 o'clock, 11:15. And so we go to the car, no rain in sight. We get on 85 and the sky just dropped out. It just started, it was raining so hard until we had to actually put the hazard lights on because that's how hard it was raining. So, right now it's saying there's going to be a chance of rain today. It could be raining over here and not raining somewhere else. That's how crazy it is in Georgia. Like I don't recall my whole time living in Jersey that it would rain across the street and not be raining on the other side of the street. It does stuff like that. Like it'll be raining at the block of at the entrance of my subdivision, and I get to the back by my house and it's not raining. It's the craziest thing. Like I'm like, what in the world? So anyway, it's a beautiful day right now. I was outside earlier. It's pretty nice. It's a little bit humid, but not real humid, but just a little bit. So thunderstorms are possible later on today after 3 o'clock. So listen, if you don't have to be out past 3 o'clock, don't be out past 3 o'clock. All right. So today is Wednesday. Hey, baby, you have made it to the middle, baby. It's hump day. You are almost there. I know somebody saying, thank God. I know some of you are saying thank God right now because it's like Wednesday. Wednesday's like hope for some people. Like, oh my God, I just got 2 more days left. And for those of you who have a 4-day work week, I know you're thinking, thank God, I got 1 more day left. But anyway, you've made it to the middle. It's Wednesday, August the 24th. It's hump day. I got to give a shout out to my one of my clients. She is like a really, really nice person. Her birthday was Monday. And it was crazy because I talked to her on Sunday and I totally forgot to mention her birthday on Monday. So happy birthday to Pastor Barbara Green. She is a really, really, really nice person. She helps so many people with her ministry. And she's one of those clients that I love to have because her spirit is just good all the time. Like I have yet to talk to her and she's been even if she was in a bad mood, I've never known it. And I've been knowing her now for probably 4 years. And she's been my client for all 4 of those years. And she's just a wonderful person. Like her, she's always in good spirits. She makes me laugh. It's like now we're friends. Like she's still a client, but she's one of them clients that have my personal cell phone number. So happy birthday, Pastor Green. I wish you many, many, many more. I know the work that you do is very important. So that's why God is always blessing you and opening doors for you. And I'm glad to call you a client and a friend. So happy birthday. All right, today is National Maryland Day. Yeah, so when I think about Maryland, y'all, I think about crabs. Yeah, because when I used to live in Jersey, they used to have the Maryland Crab Fest, and so they would give bus rides. They don't do a lot of bus rides down here, which is kind of weird. But in Jersey, they would give bus rides to Maryland where you get on the bus, a whole bunch of people jump on the bus take you down to Maryland to the harbor. You walk around the harbor, you take some pictures, you do a little bit of shopping maybe, and then it takes you to the crab house. It's big, it's like a convention center, but what they're doing in there is playing line dance music and eating crabs. And so they come out. And I don't even know if they still do this because this used to be really fun back in the day. You brought your own brown bag to drink. So if you wanted to drink a certain kind of drink, you brought your own brown bag and you paid for your crab ticket, which I think was about maybe $40, $50 or something. But you ate crabs, so crab was running out your nose. And so they would come out and they would just take big buckets. I'm talking about like big buckets of crabs and dump them right in the center of a table. And people just sit around the table and just eat crabs. Now you got to imagine on the way back on the bus, everybody was thinking. Because everybody ate crabs. And if you had a shellfish allergy, that was not the place for you to go. But anyway, we used to have so much fun. So when I think about Maryland, I always think about crabs because they have some of the best crabs. As a matter of fact, the weekend of the 4th of July, one of my husband's coworkers invited us over. It was his birthday, but it was also the weekend of the 4th of July. He had ordered, y'all listen, he had ordered, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if you call it cases. Anyway, I think it was 84 crabs in each case. 84. He had 2 of those. When I tell you I was in crab heaven, because he's from Maryland. He's from Maryland, and he and his wife love crabs like I do, and they ordered them all the time it's like 84 in a bucket or something. I think my husband said they paid like $200 and something. They come already cooked and already seasoned. All you gotta do is just dump them on the table. So they just dumped them on the table, and I'm sitting outside so here's the thing. I do not like eating sitting outside. However, it was a lot of people at his house, and we couldn't sit inside. And crabs like that are messy because they have seasoning all over them. So we were sitting outside in the tent, but the problem with that is the kids, like my granddaughter who likes crabs, was in and out the tent, so the flies got inside the tent. So you're trying to fight the flies off and enjoy the crabs. I'm like, ugh. But anyway, that was good too. So anyway, that was really good. And they order them by I don't even know what you call it. I don't know if it's not a case because it's so many. It's like a 2-foot, 2.5 feet cooler full of just crabs. And so they send it to him in the mail, and he said he orders that all the time. I was like, oh wow. It's National Peach Pie Day. So if you like peach pie, knock yourself out. I'm kind of weird like that. Like I would probably order that and not eat the peaches out of it. Because I don't like cooked up fruit. So I would probably just eat the crust. I don't care. My mother used to make peach cobbler. My husband used to make peach cobbler. My daughter make it. Something about cooked up fruit that I like fruit. I just don't like cooked up fruit. It's also National Waffle Day. So I know Waffle House is probably doing really well today because it's National Waffle Day. So even if waffles weren't on your mind, the fact that it's National Waffle Day makes you want to go get a waffle. So National Waffle Day, knock yourself out. Chickens and waffles, shrimp and waffles, waffles and pancakes, waffle and bacon, knock yourself out. It's still breakfast time. So go and get you some waffles to celebrate National Waffle Day. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Today is August the 24th. I'm going to give you the horoscopes brought to you. I don't know why I got this little tickle. Excuse me, y'all. I'm bringing you the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thompson for today, Wednesday, August the 24th. We're going to kick this thing off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You will be tempted to spend extravagantly today. Family may not want to get involved, but an entrepreneur will. Look at that. You will have opportunities to advance, but you may have to be willing to make some changes and possibly a residential move. All right, I don't know what you got going on, Aries, but it sounds good. Your family may not want to get involved, but, an entrepreneur will, because, entrepreneurs like getting involved in stuff. They like starting stuff, so you may have an entrepreneur on your side who want to help you get that going. And then you got some great opportunities to advance, but here's the problem. You got to make some changes, and you may possibly have to move. So you got a lot to think about today. You got a project going on that's going to involve an entrepreneur. You got some opportunities to advance, but you may have to move. You might have to make some changes. You got a lot to think about today, Aries. So take a minute. As a matter of fact, take 2. Sit down and evaluate where you are, where you want to go, and what's your plan to get there. And look at all these great opportunities that have come your way. Taurus. You have your own family to consider as well. Go after your professional goals. Try not to get into disputes that will lead to estrangements. You may find that your quick wit and charm will help you in obtaining allies. All right, you want to help everybody, but you have your own family to consider. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, people they only care about what they want to do. Like, they don't care about what you got going on. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. I'm not that person. Like, I really try not to, I don't care what I'm going through. I really try not to put myself off on other people because I realize people have their own stuff going on. But some people don't give a crap about what you got going on, Taurus. They want you to do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. So what's going on with you is not important, which is sad, but true. In the meantime, go after your professional goals. What are they? Do you need some training? I was at a meeting at the county yesterday, and the economic development director for Gwinnett Tech was there, and he was talking about they're building a cybersecurity building on 316. Now, I talk about this stuff all the time, and I talk about careers and all these different things, and people kind of just sleep on this stuff. I think cybersecurity is one of the best careers out there, and it's only growing. And the reason it's growing is because technology is never going away. It's never, ever, ever going away. As a matter of fact, I have to call a bank this morning because I got a text on my phone saying, hey, the debit you tried to put through didn't go through because you didn't put in the CVV number. I didn't try to put in the debit this morning. So guess what I did? I went into my app and I locked my card because I'm like, I didn't try to put in a debit this morning. And so, but people are always out there trying to steal your stuff, right? They're always out there trying to do crazy stuff. And so cybersecurity jobs are increasing and they need more of them. So what kind of, what's your professional goals right now, Tars? I don't know what they're in, but do this. Make sure you have the necessary skills to take advantage of whatever those goals are and to push them forward, okay? And here's the thing. Training right now is not expensive. Like, you can pretty much learn anything on any platform right now. So do that. Gemini, your fight for those less fortunate is not likely to end in sweet victory. Be supportive in order to avoid confrontations. Do not overspend on entertainment. You can find that children will be a handful. Oh my goodness, poor Gemini. You got a lot of not good stuff, right? Your fight for the less fortunate is not likely to end in sweet victory. Well, you gave it a good fight. At least you gave it a fight, Gemini. Be supportive and don't avoid confrontations right now. And don't overspend. And put the children in their place. Oh, you got a lot to deal with today, Gemini. Whew, I'm feeling for you, baby. I'm feeling for you. Keep you in my prayers. Keep you in my prayers. Lord, help Gemini today. They got a lot going on. Cancer. You will have difficulties spreading yourself between your work and your home. You may have problems with children. You're undergoing changes. You could lose a good friend because of it. You got a lot going on too, Cancer. What's going on? You're spreading yourself too thin. You got problems with the children. You're undergoing changes, and you may lose a good friend because of it. Lord, keep Cancer in your prayers. Lord, I'm keeping you in my prayer, Cancer. Help Cancer today, Lord. Help Cancer. Ooh, Cancer's got a lot going on too. Man, you and Gemini, y'all running neck and neck with all this stuff. Leo. It might be best to work on your own if possible. Do your job out of your home today. Reevaluate your situation and sign up for courses or join fitness clubs. All right, both of those. You can do both of those, Leo. Sign up for some courses. You can take them all online if you want to, and join a fitness club. As a matter of fact, let me tell y'all this real quick. So, I got a membership at Crunch, and of course, I was exhausted, so I didn't go this morning. I did not go. I was supposed to go. However, I did say I was going to sign up for the app, right? Crunch has an app, and it has like Crunch Live, where you can just take live fitness aerobic classes via the app. So I have to figure out how to do that, because I can, with the iPhone, you can cast to a smart TV and you can get everything on television. So I need to find out about the Crunch app, because I didn't go this morning. I couldn't even get up this morning. I was exhausted. In the meantime, Leo, don't do like me. If you join the fitness club, make sure you go often. I do try to go often. I just couldn't get up this morning. I was tired. I could have gotten up. I just didn't get up. Let me just say that. Virgo, romantic encounters will develop through group activity. Travel opportunities look positive. Be cautious while driving. Someone close to you may need help. All right, look at you going to find some romantic encounters, but you got to be a part of a group. I know, Virgo, you like, I don't want to be a part of a group. Virgos are outgoing, though. They normally don't have a problem being a part of a group. And listen, you may find love just in time for winter, just in time for the holidays. Love at the holidays, baby. But you got to be a part of a group to do something, all right? Okay, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thies, and stay tuned.
Tell him no, 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 no. Tell him no, 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 no. You've been trying to cater to all the needs. You've been feeling guilty for so long. Baby, they're not friends, they are enemies. Don't you tell them yes, tell them get lost. 'Cause every time you go and ask for help, they say sorry, but I'm busy. So you end up doing it yourself. Boundaries, girl, you hit too close to the edge now. Only thing they got is toxicity. Think you need a cleanse, feel it out. You got the bags, but they ain't got yours. You've done enough, but they still want more. You've been a good friend down to the core. Oh, oh, oh. Hold up, baby.
Tell them no, 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 no. Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Don't press your luck today with loved ones. Try to avoid serious discussions with your loved ones. You can receive recognition for a job well done. Listen, keep the debate. Listen, if it's controversial today, just with your loved ones, don't do it. Just try to avoid it at all costs. Just, you know what, go to your corner. You ain't got to make your point today. Today is not today. In the meantime, you're going to get some recognition because you did the job well. So just bask in that greatness. Okay? Scorpio, listen to the problems of others and offer suggestions where possible. Get the whole family involved in a worthwhile cause or a cultural event. Your high energy will enable you to enlist the help of those in a position to back you. Yeah. Listen to the problems of others and offer some suggestions. Yeah, do that. Listen. The key word there is listen. So just listen. If you have a suggestion, offer it. You can just say, hey, I would like to offer this as a suggestion. Don't tell people what to do. Offer suggestions. I have a friend that's an attorney, right? She taught me that. Because, we're good at just telling folks what to do, because that's just the nature of people. But she doesn't do that because she's an attorney. So she knows how to spin words, do things on the fly. And I remember she said, I don't tell people what to do. I just offer them suggestions. And I was like, oh, okay. But that tends to work because when people don't feel like you're trying to tell them what to do, but you're just offering them up some suggestions, then they have the opportunity to say yes or no. You know what I mean? They said they have the opportunity to say yes or no either way, but for some reason, it's that suggestion part that gets it. And she told me that, and I stick by that. Like, yes, let me tell you something. When I learn stuff from people, I stick to that stuff. She told me that, like, listen, just offer suggestions. I would like to suggest. If I can, may I suggest, right? And she said that to me, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And so I do that now. I try not to say, this is what you should do. I would like to make a suggestion. Can I offer you a suggestion? But before I was like, I think you should do this, you should do that, blah, blah, blah. I don't do that. And if I do, I kind of catch myself, right? So when I get good advice from people, I listen and I implement it too when it's really good, when it's, when I need to. Sagittarius. Try to curb your habits or you could find yourself in an awkward financial position. Your social activities should be conducive to finding love. Added knowledge will give you the edge when dealing with peers. All right, your social activities could be conducive to finding love, which means you got to socialize, Sag. You got to get out there and socialize. They're not going to come to your front door, baby. You got to go out there and socialize and curb your habits. Or you could find yourself in an awkward financial position. I know you saying to yourself, I don't want to curb my habits, but you have to. You have to. Capricorn, don't let your health suffer because of abuse. You will be emotional about money matters. Don't let your mate talk you into going somewhere you don't want to go. All right, listen. Money matters make all of us emotional, right? Because we need money to survive. We don't need money to be happy. However, most of the time, when we don't have it, we're not happy. Now, we have an option to be happy. But it's hard to be happy when you broke. And I know somebody saying, amen, Audrey, amen. And I know, like, find peace within yourself. I get it, all you spiritual gurus out there. But when you ain't got no money and the bills are piling up, it's kind of hard to be happy. So I get it. You're emotional about money matters. Here's what I would suggest, Capricorn. Check that out. You heard that right, suggest. Here's what I would suggest. Find some ways to make you some extra money. Reevaluate everything you're doing. See where you can open up a spot to make some extra money. I do this all the time. I'm an entrepreneur. Sometimes my income can be very sporadic because I have not found the perfect system that keeps me going like continuously like a job. I have not found that because I'm an entrepreneur. And most entrepreneurs would tell you, yeah, that junk is very sporadic. So I have to continuously reinvent myself, reinvent my business, take things away, add things to the business. As a matter of fact, I just did a partnership with somebody recently to add a service that I don't necessarily provide, but they provide. So let's partner on that, right? And so he was like, yeah, let's do it, right? And I'm talking to someone soon about another partnership. They have a magazine that reaches, I think, 20 or 30,000 homes. I have a podcast. We're going to figure out how we can make that thing work. So sometimes you just have to keep reinventing yourself. But I would tell you to just take a minute out to find out ways to make you some extra money so you don't have to go through, those emotional money problems. Because they would drain you. I know because I've been there, Cap. I know. So you're not alone. Trust me when I tell you, I've been through that, so I know. Aquarius, children could cost you more than you can afford. You can't always have your own way. You would have to face each issue separately and in person. So I know you don't want to do it, but you got to do it. And you can't always have your own way. Heck, I wish we could all listen. I don't know about you. It'd be nice to have my way. It probably wouldn't be though. It'd probably be boring. It'd probably be boring if I had my way all the time. Think about that for a second. If nothing was a problem, you can do what you want all the time. That'd probably be a boring life. There's nothing to make you want to get up and do anything because you can get your way. Like, yeah. But you can't have your way all the time, and nor should you want to. You know what I'm saying, Aquarius? You need some kind of excitement in your life. If people give you what you want all the time, you have your way all the time, what's the fun in that? There's no struggle in that. You know what I mean? I know people like, who wants to struggle? Well, struggle makes you stronger, right? It makes you stronger. It gives you a fortitude that can be reckoned with. But if you get what you want all the time, there's no growth there. It really isn't. So I know you want to have your way all the time, but sometimes think about the growth that you're going to get because you have to go through something. That's all I got to say. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, your attitudes at work will open new avenues for you. You'll be quite excitable today. You may have personal problems, but professional duties might be pressing. All right, look at you, fish. Your attitudes at work will open up new avenues for you. That means your attitude must be really good. So you're at work doing some great things, yes, and you will be quite excitable today. So everything's going to excite you today? Like, really? I don't know about you, fish, but here's the thing. I'm trying to close some big deals, and I can tell you right now, if I get some amens on some of them, I'm going to be quite excitable today. I'm going to be quite excitable. So I don't know about you, but that's what it is. You may have some personal problems. Yeah, we're not going to embrace any. Let me suggest, fish, that you don't embrace any personal problems. Plead the blood and keep it moving. Be professional. Your professional duties might be pressing. Handle your business, right? You got some stuff you got to get done. Handle your business. Wait, because listen, you got some avenues that's going to open up, but they're not going to open up if your stuff is a mess. Let me say that again. The avenues will not open if your stuff is a mess. So fix your stuff. I want to say something else. But this is a family show. Fix your stuff. So when these avenues open up, you can take advantage of them. In the meantime, let's celebrate excitement. I'm celebrating excitement today. All right? All right. Okay, so the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thos. And now let's get on to some news you can use. All right, I know some people have been waiting since President Biden took office to find out what he's going to do about these student loans. People have been waiting. And so apparently today they're supposed to know something, whether or not he's going to do $10,000 in debt cancellation. They're trying to figure it out. Now, what was crazy is Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren wanted him to make that bill $50,000 in loan forgiveness. And I know some people like, please, think about that for a second. Think about that. So let's just say, for instance, you owe $50,000 and he signed a bill that could get rid of that whole $50,000 in one fell swipe of the pen. Oh my God. Do you know how dramatic that would change some people's lives? I know people that have been paying student loans for 35 years and they're still paying them because student loans just don't go away. They don't go away. But right now it looks like the bill he's passing is for $10,000 per borrower. If you make less than $125,000 a year. Now, if you make over that, you probably just kind of stuck. But anyway, millions of Americans are waiting right now. They're waiting to see the fate of the federal student loan debt that's going to, get announced sometime today. It may be announced already. I'm not following the news right this moment. And so right now, 43 million people owe a combined of $1.6 trillion in federal student loan debt. Yeah, that's 1.6 trillion with a T, $trillion, right? And a third of those people owe less than $10,000. So a $10,000 loan forgiveness is going to help a third of those people. So let's do the numbers on that. So 43 million. Let me. I just got to see. Hold on. Let me tell y'all how many millions that is. 43 times 0.03. Oh, I did that wrong. 43 times 1.3. No, that's not right. I done messed that up. 43.03. So that's that's 12 million people. So 12 million people owe less than $10,000. That's a lot of folks. And then people, we got some people that owe hundreds of thousands. So 10,000, it's not a whole lot when you owe like 150. However, it's still something. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that later on this afternoon once we hear President Biden's plan. Because, that's what he ran on. He ran on canceling student debt. Like, that was one of the big things he ran on. And people was like, look, we're going to hold your feet to the fire. What's the hold up here? You're taking too long to get this relief going on, this student loan relief going on. People start to figure out, well, who am I going to vote for next? Because you didn't do what you say you were going to do. Right? So, yeah. So, we going to see what's going to happen there. Let me tell y'all this, right? So, I don't know. And I try not to talk about politics. I used to talk about politics all the time on this show. But we launched Popcorn and Politics that's still on vacation. We got to bring it back. So I don't talk about it as much because I really want this to be a family show. But, it's just something about Herschel Walker that just don't sit well in my spirit. Now, this is just the craziest thing. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like the trees are very important to our survival here on Earth. You know what I mean? I just do. I feel like, because what I've always heard was that, the trees cleans the oxygen we have to breathe, the tree. I don't know. It's just something. So I heard he said something about the trees. Like, why do we need them? I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. And I just don't know. I just don't know. He just baffles me. And you know what else baffles me is the people that support him. Like, really? And you would think some of these people be intelligent. Obviously, they're not. It baffles me. It just really does. It just baffles me. Like, he was like, we don't need the trees. We got enough trees is what he said. They're cutting down trees every day to make houses. But he said we have enough trees. So why do you think we replant trees, sir? I'm just saying, like, I can't. But there are people who took some other folks very seriously and they won some very high seats. So, people take him serious too. I just don't. I just look at him. I hear the things he say. I look at his campaign. I've read articles. It's like, I just can't. I'm going to a song because I feel like something is wrong with him. I know. And the people that back him, what does that say about you? I'm just saying. I mean, Walker's climate bill attacks uproot Senate race. Oh, Lord. I feel like something is wrong with him. And then I think about the people that support him, like, what does that really say about you? Like, I look at him and I'm like, man, not ever. Not ever in this lifetime. Because I just feel like I don't feel like he don't run with a full deck. Like, I really don't. But it's quite a few of them like that. So, he ain't by himself. Quite a few people that I feel like don't run with a full deck. So, he ain't by himself. Anyway, let's lighten this load. I'm about to go to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. So stay tuned.
Just text, I know it's a toss up, but I hate the fact that we lost touch. Ayy, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying to fall through? I'ma leave it up to you. What you wanna do? Look, I'm trying to spend this time with you. Know we overdue. What you doing right now? Baby, won't you swing my way? It's been a day and I've been thinking out loud. I know I want you. Long time since the last time. Got a tab, we can run up. Knew you from the way, now we grown up. My look, yeah, made the realest ones nervous. But if you want it, tap in. I think that I know somewhere that we could go to crash land. We could keep the pace on slow jam. Don't leave me on red. Can we go back where we first began? No plans, all we had was the moment. Just text, I know it's a toss up. We was raised be ashamed who I was, now I'm paid by the sentence. Taking my time with it. Baby, give me yours, so I could get them butterflies trapped in your rib cage. Let me know we on the same page. Hit me with a text, voice note, or an emoji. Waiting all day for your name on the ID. So if you want it, tap it. I think that I know somewhere that we could go to crash it. And we could keep the pace on slow, yeah. Don't leave me on red. Can we go back where we first began? No plans, all we had was the moment. Just text, I know it's a toss-up. But I hate the fact that we lost touch. Yeah, the Uber pulling up on call. Tell me, is you trying to fall through? I'ma leave it up to you. What you wanna do?
Welcome back. So I'm listening to that song, right? And I feel like it should be like on a Disney movie or something. Like it started out really like upbeat, and then it just kind of slowed all the way down. I'm thinking, so I'm looking at so there's a monitor in my studio, right? So I can see when the song is about to end. So I'm looking at the monitor, and it just kind of like stopped. I'm like, did the song stop? But then it slowed down really slow. It felt like it should be like in a movie like West Side Story. Like that's the feeling I got from that. Like, okay, all right, that's a new song, by the way. That's a new song to my playlist. And I'm like, okay, that was different. All right, cool. So Lawrenceville marks the first successful year of its Project F.I.R.S.T program. So this is the first successful year, which is a great thing. In its first year, the Lawrenceville Police Department's co-responder program with Viewpoint Health handled nearly 900 crisis calls, but arrested less than a dozen people in the city, according to numbers released by the city. The Project F.I.R.S.T program was launched last year in July and concluded its first year on June 30th. Officials from Viewpoint Health team teamed up with officers in the program to form a community response team that handled calls that involved someone experiencing mental health crisis. So that has been an issue that a lot of law enforcement officers and just people, community organizations have decided to focus on, because, you know, they realize that a lot of the problems that some of the police officers, the calls that some of the police officers were getting had a lot to do with mental health. And so a lot of times the officers were not trained to handle those type of situations and handle them incorrectly. So they have been putting all these parameters in place to help officers handle people when they get these calls and they involve people who are going through a mental health crisis. So the team was called to respond to 879 incidents during the first year in operation, but only had to arrest people on 8 of those calls, which is 879. Only 8 where people were actually arrested. It says once mental health professionals from Project F.I.R.S.T were able to assess and direct individuals toward the services needed, crisis-related calls reduced, and in many cases they stopped completely. Lawrenceville Police Community Engagement Officer Jacob Bart said. So that is so helpful because a lot of times that those calls and the way you respond to those calls could be the difference between life and death. We've seen some cases where police will call to certain situations and that call involved someone who had a mental health issue, and in some instances they lost their lives because the officers were not really able to handle the situation or didn't know how to handle it. So the fact that they had so many calls and only 8 people actually got arrested was, we call that a success. 879 calls in a year and only 8 people actually arrested. So kudos to Project F.I.R.S.T for all of the great work it's doing here in Gwinnett County, along with Viewpoint Healthcare, Northside Gwinnett, Magnus Recovery Foundations, Across the Bridge, Uber, Greyhound, Impact 46, the Lawrenceville Senior Center, Gwinnett Health and Human Services, the Veteran Administration, and the Lawrenceville Co-op to increase the program's impact. So kudos to everybody involved in that. We want to make sure that we bring our community the best possible service as it pertains to mental health and any other service that we can offer our community and the surrounding community. So hopefully our program will be a poster child for other communities for them to take advantage of what we've done and implement it into their own communities to help, handle people with mental health issues. So I'm excited about that. A couple years ago, I was Derek J. Wilson, who is the president of the Greater East Side Chamber. He was running for commissioner for District, I think 3. And he had an event called Christmas in the Park. It was an event in the park. It was in December. It was cold. It was rainy. But he was giving out toys and coats. And it was a luncheon. And they said that they went around to extended stay hotels and they knocked on doors to let people know about this event because the people were homeless, so they really didn't have a way to find out about the event. So many people showed up to that event, and I remember donating a coat that my mom had bought me. It was brand new. I had never worn it because when she bought it, I don't know why I didn't. It was pretty too. It was burgundy. It was like a burgundy faux coat. It was pretty. I don't know why I never wore that coat. I think I wore it one time and the fur came off on my seat or something. And I was like, I'm not wearing that. But it was a beautiful coat. And I remember losing a lot of weight and I couldn't fit the coat anymore. So I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 120 pounds. So therefore now I couldn't fit the coat anyway, even if I wanted to wear it. So anyway, I donated the coat to the coat drive and it was brand new. I think I might have had that coat on one time. And this woman walked in with her family, her husband, and I think she had 2 or 3 kids. And they could just go to the tables and pick off anything that they wanted. And she picked that coat up, and it was cold that day, y'all. I'm never going to forget that. It was cold, and it was raining, because I hate being in the rain. And I remember pulling up to the park over at, I think it was either Lenore Church Park. I think it was Lenore Church Park. I remember pulling up to the park, and I'm like, Sam, I said, man, it's cold and rainy. And I remember going inside to help them set up everything because I was doing a live broadcast for Good Morning Gwinnett. And I remember seeing her walk in and she went straight to the table and got that coat. And she put that coat on and she wrapped herself in that coat and she just kind of hugged herself, right? And that just made me feel so good that I was able to do that. But I tell you this story to say that we have a homeless population here. And in the suburbs, they were saying how it's hard to recognize people who are homeless because they live inside of, this woman was living in her car. And if you saw her on the street, you wouldn't know because she didn't look like, what you normally think of homeless people looking like. She looked like she was just a person who had on some jeans and some boots. Her hair was pulled back. She had on a nice looked like an Apple Watch. And she looked fine. She looked like she was fine. But apparently she was homeless living in her car. And there are people who live in tents and they live in the woods and things like that. There's a picture on, AJC, and you see this woman, if you saw her walking down the street, you probably wouldn't think anything about it. So they're saying that the homeless population is growing, and for the suburbs, it's a little bit hard to identify because a lot of those people live in extended stays. And so I knew that because of the incident of the Christmas in the Park. I knew that when Derek and I think it was Curtis Clemens who said, you know what, we're going to go around and knock on doors and let people know, and that we have stuffed toys to give away and coats and things like that. That a lot of people do live in extended stays, but some people live inside of tents. In Gwinnett County, there is a organization called Home First. It's for women and children, but they say men sleep outside of Home First in tents. because they can't go inside because the shelter is only for women and children. So we have a huge homeless population here, and they said part of that is due to the fact that rents are so high, and rents really are high. And I know the county is doing some things to try to offset the rents and make it more affordable for people. And I hope they hurry and do that because, I don't want to see people homeless. I really don't. And so, if they can help in any kind of way, that's going to be helpful to a lot of people. But anyway, I just wanted to shine the spotlight on some people who people just forget about them. But let them know that the county has not forgotten about you, and they are putting parameters in place to help the situation out. So, if you can do anything, just be patient, and try to help yourself as much as possible while you wait for the county to do what they can do, and other organizations like Home First, for them to do what they can do. So many people, they can't help everybody, but they're trying. All right, let's keep this train rolling, baby. Let's keep this train rolling. I know that was a heavy story too, right? Lawrenceville-based nonprofit is launching a foster care closet. Yep, foster care closet. Because One Matters, I know them. Because One Matters is launching a foster care closet for Gwinnett and Walton County foster families. The Wrapped in Love foster care closet will allow foster parents to shop free for new and gently used clothing items. Bombs, Soothing the Soul program. That stands for Because One Matters. They call it BOMS. Soothing the Soul program, which offers new essential items, which will be merged under this program and will continue to provide a duffel bag with essential items to children entering into foster care. I remember one time my mom and I was gonna we was gonna foster some kids. Now here's the thing, y'all. I said to my mom, I was like, look, I'm really bad with kids like that. Like you have to have patience. Like you have to have patience with kids who haven't been through stuff. Now you want to foster these. My mom was a sweetheart. She was like, everybody lived with us. Everybody that didn't have anywhere to live has, and they knew us. They could always come to us. Our door was always open. And I'm telling you, plenty of folks live with us. And my mother would take in anybody. So she said to me, I want to get some foster kids. And in my mind, I'm thinking, phew, man, I don't know if I want to do that. Because I'm having problems trying to, handle my own stuff. But she was like, let's go and talk to the foster care people. And so one of the things they told us when we went to the foster care place was that a lot of the times things happen with the kids in the middle of the night. And they said that when those kids have to get out of an unsafe situation, the only thing they have are garbage bags with their stuff in them, trash bags. And so they put their stuff in trash bags and they take them trash bags with them. And so listening to this story, Because One Matters, and they're talking about they're going to give them duffel bags full of essential products. I think that's really cool because now it gives them something to say that they own versus having their stuff thrown in a trash bag. Believe it or not, that type of situation can weigh heavy on somebody as they grow up. Like you may not think that these little things that happen in your life when you're younger like spill over into your adult life, but they really do. And so just the fact that they have to be put in a situation that's probably not good for them, at least they'll have something that belongs to them in a duffel bag, not a trash bag. Because some kids may grow up thinking I'm just trash. Like I have a trash bag, I'm just trash. And you don't want them to feel like that because they're children and they weren't asked to be put in that situation. So the fact that Because One Matters is having this love wrapped in love closet, I think that's great. I think it's one thing that can help the situation just a little bit better. It doesn't help everything, but it helps a little bit better that they don't have to actually walk out of their situation with trash bags. But anyway, the closet will launch with a pop-up shop at noon on Saturday, and that's going to be at the Snellville Performing Arts and Main Street Theater, located at 2485 Main Street East in Snellville. The launch party will entertain children with music, face painting, Kona ice, while parents shop for free clothing. Because One Matters is seeking a permanent location for the closet and office space. Until then, they will be hosting ongoing pop-up shops in various locations. So if you know someone who has a space that they want to donate, please let Because One Matters know. Their email is wil@becauseonematters.org. Or you can go to becauseonematters.org for more information. But again, that email is wil@becauseonematters.org. Okay? All right, cool. All right, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
relax and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay. Said maybe if you asked me yesterday, I would handle this differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, 'cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, telling you it ain't what I thought. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, 'cause I don't really like what I got, so I changed it bit by bit. It's not ungrateful, just being helpful for me and you. 'Cause we gotta go our own way, gotta go our own way, yeah. This was not a good stay, gotta go our own way. 'Cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. I don't appreciate the chase. Now there's nothing here for me, yeah. I gotta go, I'll fly away to a new space. You know, I don't appreciate the chase. Now there's nothing here for me, yeah. I gotta go, I'll fly away to a new space. 'Cause gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. Sometimes. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So listen, I got to tell y'all something. So, I'm an entrepreneur every day, all day, and twice on Sundays. So I saw this story today in Gwinnett Daily Post about Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg has a children's series called Doggy Land. I ain't mad at Snoop. I am not mad at Snoop. Snoop is an entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. So he has a new series called Doggy Land. It's kids songs and nursery rhymes. I think it's pretty, and the dogs are really cute, y'all. And it's so funny because you would think that somebody would have thought of Doggy Land by now, but they didn't, because this was supposed to be Snoop's idea. So one of the dogs' name is Wags. One of the name is Chow Wow. One of the name is Bow Wizzle. One of the name is Yap Yap. And one name is Barks a Locks. Barks a Locks. Lockx. Oh my God. They're so cute. I can just see them already doing all kinds of things. I think that is so doggone cute. So Snoop is expanding his empire now to include kids. Something for the kids, baby. Him and Martha Stewart did everything. They cooking. Snoop is in everything. Snoop got NFTs. He got this children's gig. He got the rap music, of course. He got TV shows with Martha Stewart where they cooking in the kitchen and smoking weed. Listen, Martha, I know Martha be, I don't know if she's doing it for, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I retract that statement. Anyway, he and Martha be cooking. I'm just going to say that much. Anyway, so rapper, actor, entrepreneur Snoop Dogg has entered the world of children's programming with a new animated kids series, Doggy Land. It's on YouTube and YouTube Kids. Now, that's interesting. So the fact that I'm thinking this was going to launch on TV, but it's launching on YouTube. Now, here's the thing about that, right? YouTube is a great place to launch this because I tell y'all, my granddaughter loves YouTube. Like, she would sit there and watch YouTube all day, and I always ask, and some of that stuff be so stupid, right? Maybe not for kids because they're kids, but I'm just looking at that stuff, and I always ask my daughter, like, you mean to tell me this stuff is making money? And she's like, yes. So I'll say to her, how many views they got? It'd be hundreds of thousands of views. Hundreds of thousands. I'm like, for that? So I know Doggyland is going to do really well. I think it's interesting that Snoop is launching it on YouTube, though. I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyway, Snoop Dogg partnered with Claude Brooks, the Emmy-nominated producer and creator of the children's franchise Hip Hop Harry, and songwriter October London on the project that features a colorful cast of dogs who use song, dance, and rap to teach social, emotional, and cognitive skills amid toddlers, aimed at toddlers to 8-year-olds. So he got a huge group. So from toddlers, and trust me, them kids are gonna love that. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna ask my grandbaby, like, what you think about this? Because she'll tell me, gee, I don't like it. Or she'll say, oh, I like that. Anyway, the rapper's voice, the main character, Bow Wizzle, who serves as the adult mentor to the rest of the cast, including Wags, who was always cheering his friends on, Yap Yap, the high-spirited character known for her positive and cheery personality, Chow Wow, an empathetic team player, and Barks a Lot, the curious who is always discovering new adventures. As a father, grandfather, and longtime football coach, it's always been important to me to build positive and educational environment for all children. We wanted to bring our show to YouTube and YouTube Kids, which provides free access to everybody. So all the kids can enjoy it, said Snoop Dogg. Now, here's the thing, y'all. So here's the thing about that, right? YouTube is free, right? And so if you have not spent any time watching anything on YouTube, you probably saying, well, okay, so if it's free, how is Snoop going to make money? Well, he's going to make money because kids spend hours watching YouTube. And when they spend hours watching YouTube, commercials come on. And Snoop is going to make money from the commercial. Now, here's the funny part. My granddaughter knows how to skip. She used to say, she called me Gia. Gia, I don't want to see the commercial. She should say commercial. She didn't say commercial. Gia, I don't want to see the commercial. I don't want to see the commercial. Now she knows how to skip the commercial. So she knows how to take the remote control. When the commercial comes on, she skips it. So until that time, but unless it's a commercial that she likes. So if it's a commercial that's got toys in it, if it's a commercial that has like different new characters in it, she'll watch that commercial. But if it's a grown folk commercial, she would not watch the commercial. She'll skip the commercial. So I like it. I ain't mad at Snoop. Do your thing, Snoop Dogg. Do your thing, baby. He added to the empire. That's important. You gotta keep it going. You can't stop there. So Snoop got the doggy lane kids. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. People be trying to hate. I ain't hating on Snoop. I like what he doing. Do your thing, Snoop. Do your thing. Archer High School is having something this weekend. Yeah, they're having Archer High School is hosting community giveaway on Friday. So it's going to be Friday. It's going down Friday. From 4 to 6 p.m. It's sponsored by Archer High School and Number One Powerhouse. This is a free event to the Archer community. They're going to be giving away clothes, household items, personal items, various miscellaneous items. Everything is free. Bring a bag with you. This is what they're saying. So Archer High School is hoping this event this coming Friday from 4 to 6. You got to go to Archer High School, which is located at 2255 New Hope Road in Lawrenceville. So it's 4 to 6 p.m. The school is located at 2255 New Hope Road, and they're telling you to bring a bag for the giveaway, so that way you can take advantage of all the stuff that they're giving away. If you know somebody who needs some of these items, some items, make sure to tell them about it. Make sure to tell them that there is a free giveaway, and they're giving away some stuff, and so they can come and take advantage of it. All right, don't forget the Greater Eastside Chili Cook-Off, y'all. Greater Eastside is having this annual chili cook-off. It's going to be at Bay Creek Park. I will be announcing this until it happens. So that's going to be November the 12th at 2022 this year. You can register for the event. Now, if you know you can make a mean pot of chili, look, put your chili in the cook-off. Put your chili in the cook-off. And you can do that by going to mygecc.org under the events tab. You can purchase tickets there. You can also become a vendor. So if you know you want to have a vendor space out there, I'm going to be there broadcasting live for the morning part of the session. The 2020 cook-off. Now, let me just say this. They told me they told me that when you enter the chili cook-off, you got to make 5 gallons of chili. I don't even know what when I think about 5 gallons of chili, I'm thinking about gallon jugs of milk. So put 5 of them together, that's 5 gallons of chili. So I was talking to Ryan Cox, who is he's a professional chef. He told me that, that's not a lot. And I'm thinking, that's got to be a lot. When I think of 5, like I'm thinking about trying to walk with like 2 jugs of milk, 2 gallon jugs of milk. That's heavy. So you're talking about a big pot of 5 gallons of chili. That's a lot of chili. But anyway, the chili cook-off is going to take place on November the 12th at 10 a.m. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at Bay Creek Park, located at 175 Azura Road in Loganville. If you want to be a part of the chili cook-off, it's $60. If you want a different kind of vendor booth, it's $75. If you want to be a sponsor, it's $350. For the bronze sponsorship, it's $750. For the silver sponsorship, and if you want to be a platinum sponsor, it's $1,500. For more information, just go to mygecc.org. All right, cool. And last but not least, if you are thinking about starting a podcast and you just want help, this is a great opportunity for you to start. Podcasting is a growing industry. It is expected by 2028 to hit $94 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B. Wouldn't it be nice for you to be a part of that industry already, and your podcast is growing like mine is growing? Look, listen, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere till they tell me I got to go. I will be doing this podcast until they say, you can't do the podcast no more. Because I understand that the industry is growing, and the more I do this podcast, the more it's going to grow. And by the time they get to the point where they can pay me millions of dollars, I will be ready. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, if you don't want to get left behind in this industry, go to podcastuniversity.training, podcastuniversity.training. I am hosting a class this coming Saturday from 10:30 to 12:30. If you want to learn how to start your podcast and get all your questions answered about starting your podcast, go to podcastuniversity.training. Get the training. At least you'll have the information so you can make an informed decision about what to do with this podcast. It's not just a thing anymore. There are careers out there for podcast producers. There are careers out there for podcast editors. There's careers out there for podcast recruiters. This is a real industry, and a lot of people are sleeping on it because they think it's just a thing, like a hobby. It's not. So take the class, podcastuniversity.training, this coming Saturday at 10:30. All right, I'm going to my last song, then I'm going to come back and close it out with my words of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Satisfying you while I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you ain't no sense. You wanna take a piece of my heart again. I'll get you up, cause I just don't know. Something in your eyes, the way you stare me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something holds me tight. You might break my heart tonight, but I'm gonna hold it tight. Oh, it feels like yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow, yellow. You had to let me go, yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow. We tried too many times. You're misbehaving. You must not know me. You make me crazy, kinda like Johnny. Don't sit down, better, making me lose my mind, cause I just don't know. Something in your eyes, the way you stare me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something holds me tight. You might break my heart tonight, but I'm gonna hold it tight. Oh, it feels like yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow, yellow, yellow. You had to let me go, yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow. We tried too many times. Ooh, you got me feeling cool. Ooh, you got me feeling blue. Something about you so see-through. Something just ain't right by you. Yeah. Can I do you like I? You like I? Can I do you like I? Yellow, yellow. It the time. You want my love all night, telling me lies. Baby, stop telling me lies.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today, but I want to give you my words of inspiration before I go. So here go one that says, Happy Wednesday. Give your love to all. Trust in the team to which you are joined, and do not do wrong to others for your own self-gratification. That's a Wednesday quote. Let me give it to you again. It says, Happy Wednesday. Give love to all. Trust in the team to which you are joined, and do not do wrong to others for your own self-gratification. Byron Pulsifer said that, and he was right. Yeah, listen, show love to all. I know sometimes it's hard to show people who you to love the people who you feel like just don't deserve it, but do your best to show love to all. And for all this work, try not to do wrong to people. Right? Just because you want your own self-gratification. Because let me just tell you this. Karma will come back to bite you. So try to do right by people as much as you can. Show as much love as you can. And that's all I got for you today. Listen, I want to thank you again for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 3 minutes with me, and I love you and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. And also be sure to download the app from the App Store. So whether you got an iPhone or an Android phone, there's an app in your App Store for the Good Morning Gwinnett show. And if you so feel to, listen to the show on Alexa. All you got to do is say, Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and Alexa will play the most recent episode of the Good Morning Gwinnett show there as well. Yes, we are everywhere, and I'm glad to be there. I thank you again for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.